What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the film room. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a year in review for our exciting young safety, Donovan Wilson, laying the wood just like that. And yeah, man, I was really excited when we finally got to see Donovan Wilson on the field. Darian Thompson just got burnt for one last time, one too many times for the coaching staff to see. And we finally got this guy out there that we were begging to get on the field. And by the midseason point, he pretty much solidified himself as a starter on this defense, coming out, making plays like this, coming downfield, making big-time hits, forcing fumbles, forcing turnovers, something this defense desperately needed. So we're going to be taking a look at him today, some of his strengths, some of his weaknesses, where he needs to improve, and let's go on and get into it. Taking a look at what I think Donovan Wilson's biggest strength in that he showed us this season. And I don't really know how else to put this in more maybe football terms, but just attacking. Just getting after the football, finding a way to get his hands on it, and just being a unstoppable force downfield. Just coming downhill and attacking. That's really the best way I can put it. Just plays like this. You got him lined up, just tiptoeing his way down. And then just there is nothing getting in his way. Just full speed going through. When he makes hits, he goes through the hit. He is never a guy that is going to be taking a hit, as you might have heard in some youth football days. You want to be the hitter, not the hit T. And Donovan Wilson embodies that to a T. This guy is just constantly attacking downhill, and when we put him in positions to do so, I think he thrives. And this was the case in the passing game too, when we were able to put him in position in a zone where he was able to come downhill against receivers. He was either able to make plays, as you saw earlier in that huge Dalvin Cook hit, or make plays like this where he can attack downhill onto the route and break up passes or intercept them in this case. You'll see in this play here, very similar. Going to drop him off into a cover 2 zone, and he's able to do the same thing, attack downhill into the route, get his hands on the ball, and almost pick up his second interception of this game. Now, while Donovan Wilson was also a guy that would attack the football, he was also smart in doing so. You'll see on this play here, his responsibility is going to be just to contain the edge, and he's not just flying around like a chicken with his head cut off. He's staying true to his responsibility on this play, so when it gets bounced back out to him, he can then make the play on the football. Very similar on this play here. He knows his responsibility is going to be to come down and take away this edge. He does just that, keeps Connor inside, and then at the right moment attacks. You know he's not afraid to get in the mix there and make a hit. Even on these stronger ball carriers, he's going to get in the mix and do what he can to bring them down. When it comes to just making plays in general against the run, I think he's a guy we can trust. He kind of already has this linebacker type feel to him. You'll see on this play, just kind of weaving through the caps in the offense like a linebacker would, working his way down to the ball carrier and then making a play on him. And I think that's going to be something that will be big for us in this Dan Quinn scheme. I think seeing stuff like this in Dan Quinn's 4-3 under scheme will not be too far out of the ordinary this coming season. And to be able to have a guy that's still able to set an edge and make a play like this when putting him down in that position will be crucial to have in this defense. So assuming he is going to be the strong safety of this Dan Quinn scheme, showing that like in this play and many of the others from this season, that he is able to get down into the box like this and come down and make plays on the ball carrier is big for what I'm expecting out of this Dan Quinn scheme and the role in which I think Donovan Wilson will play in it. Getting into what weaknesses I think Donovan Wilson showed from this season, and that's going to be when he is the one high safety and a one high look. I think it came pretty hard to him, actually. He didn't really seem like he was sure on where to position himself properly on plays like this, like you'll see even in when he has both of his receivers out to the right, both of his deep threats. You see him drifting off to the left here, and that's just something you cannot do when you are the one high safety. You got to maintain your positioning and leverage over these receivers, so if they do cut upfield deep like Jefferson does there, then you're in a position to make a play and help your corner out on the football. You'll see Anthony Brown clearly was ready for some safety help and just didn't get it. This angle here, you'll see Donovan Wilson at the bottom of your screen, and just watch him drift off to the left. Just can't be doing that as the one high safety. I understand maybe he's trying to help if Jefferson comes on a deep crosser, but you cannot be going that far to the left because then you just completely lose your leverage over the top. You'll see on this play here, Donovan Wilson, once again, our one high safety, and he just kind of gets crossed up and lets Thielen go across the right side, or the left side of the field, his right. This is kind of ironic because the last play you saw him drifting too far away from the receiver and gave up the deep over the top. So this play, he's going to drift too far towards the receiver and open up this side of the field. So you can just tell it was kind of coming hard to him, and you'll see he was following Justin Jefferson too along the underneath part of the field, and that's just something you can't be doing when you have a deeper threat, coming over the middle. So you got to be able to run with him there. I'm hoping, though, that because Donovan Wilson struggled with this so much, I do think it can be something he will improve on, but my hope, because of how well he excels at the strong safety spot, getting down here in the box around this hook to curl area in zone coverage, or just sending him on a blitz, being a force in the run game. I am hoping we do sign a guy like Marcus May. If you didn't see my Marcus May breakdown, be sure to go check that out right above. It will be linked for you, but hope we can get a guy like Marcus May that we can trust to be this one high safety in this Dan Quinn scheme, that Earl Thomas kind of figure, so that that way Donovan Wilson can come down and be that downhill force in zone coverage, cracking down, making hits, making plays on the football, be that Cam Chancellor kind of guy in this Dan Quinn scheme. So while I do think he did struggle in the one high looks, I thought he was fine in cover two. Both of his interceptions this year, including this one, were from a cover two look. That big play you saw him come downhill and crack down and force a fumble on Dalvin Cook was from a cover two look. So I don't think putting him in cover two, paired alongside another safety we can trust, will be a huge issue if we have to drop him back into a deep half of the field in coverage. I just think he gets a bit lost or confused when he is the single safety at the top. So hopefully, like I said, we get a guy like Marcus May to pair next to him. We can have Donovan Wilson kind of be that roamer to come down and crack guys, or sit in cover two and make plays like this on the football, as long as he's still able to come downhill and attack into routes rather than have to worry about stuff coming across his face laterally and which side to go, just as long as he knows he has this side of the field and can worry about everything that's underneath or coming towards him on that side of the field. Well, guys, that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I appreciate you all for staying until the end. Definitely make sure to subscribe. We're approaching 2,000 subscribers, so I thank you guys so much for that. Such a huge goal and milestone to already be hitting for the channel, so definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, comment below, let me know what you think of Donovan Wilson and what you're most excited for to see out of him in this coming season in this new Dan Quinn 4-3 under scheme. Once again, guys, appreciate you all for stopping by, and I will see you on the next video.